about travel partners. You know, a lot of you are on your way or you're already in Quartzsite. And you're coming out west, you're coming to Arizona, wherever it will be, Yuma, Lake Havasu. Well, guess what? You're going to start meeting some people if you're brand new. And even if you're not, even you could be a seasoned nomad, but you're going to meet new people. And you're going to meet some people that going, oh my gosh, I would love to travel with that person. Well, let's talk about travel style. And I'm going to go over some questions to ask a prospective travel partner. This can also be coordinated with if you're in bricks and sticks and you're going to go traveling. You want to go on a trip with somebody and you've got your best friend or you've got a friend that she likes to travel too, but you've never traveled together. So there are some issues that you need to discuss. And I think this is a perfect topic for right now because, especially the Quartzsite thing, you're going to meet people and go, oh, I love this person, and oh, they're so cool, and we have so much in common, and you want to travel with them. Well, there are different styles of traveling, and you don't want to end up as enemies when it's all over with. So I'm going to discuss this. A little bit of coffee left. I'd offer it to you, but it's a little bit lukewarm, but I really need it. Okay, I'm just going to say it. I am going to get started, but hold on. It is freaking cold. I think it got down to like 34 last night in here. I had full clothing on and I had my Serpa socks on. I didn't get in my sleeping bag. That's kind of uncomfortable for me. And I don't like to sleep in full clothes. Oh my gosh. But I did. And you know, I was wearing 3 blankets. And I was cozy all night long. It was getting up. I had to like get right over there in the front seat or by the front seat and turn my car on. But it is just cold. It's just cold right now. It's finally heating up a little bit. I'm in the sun and I normally don't like to be parked in the sun, but I am. And it had to be done. Plus I need a little bit of solar. Okay, so let's get started here, baby. Okay? Okay. And I'm gonna list this below too. Here you go. Are you a planner or a free spirit? What is your travel personality? So you might want to, what is this person that you're thinking about you might travel with? If you're a free spirit and the other person's a big planner, you know, it might not be as spontaneous as you really want it to be, the whole travel thing. Now, let's go with if you're going to go like on a trip with somebody, you're in bricks and sticks, and you're going to, before you've made your plans of where you're going to go, things like that. These are things that I would sit down with that person and say, let's talk about this because I really like you. And, you know, we're really good friends and I want to go traveling and so do you. But let's discuss some of this. You know, what do you think? And so you can bring up these topics. Just go out to lunch and talk about these things. I'll leave all of the questions and topics also in the description, okay? Because I think these are very important. Now, if you're a nomad and you're just meeting this person, see, in my world, in my thinking, and I've experienced this, when you're a nomad, when you're a van dweller and you meet people, you got to get to know them really fast because, you know, within a couple of weeks, they're going to move. So when you meet somebody, it's almost like, what's it called? Fast dating or whatever, like 5-minute dating where you keep going to different tables. Yeah, it's, what's the name of that? Leave down below. I forget. Sometimes these things come to me and this is all kind of improv. I did get the questions, but discussing it is a bit improv. So bear with me on this. Do you fly by the seat of your pants or do you constantly plan everything? For me, for my answer, I'm a little bit of both. It really depends on my mood. That, you know, some days I just say, oh, let's go do this. But in other days, I really want to plan things. So, and it really depends on what the subject is. I'm a good planner for my life, but sometimes traveling, I like to do by the seat of my pants. Okay, next. How much time do you expect to spend together during the trip? Well, so good question is, how much time do we plan on spending together during the trip? Well, you know, that could be totally different. If you're a nomad and you're a van dweller and you're going to spend, maybe you just said, let's spend the winter together. Let's do some traveling together. Well, how much time do we really need to be together? Another question would be, how do you mind being solo here and there? That would be a requirement of mine. I would really need to be solo for a while. But if it's a safety issue out boondocking, of course, you can go inside your van and they can go in theirs, right? Or if you're out boondocking and they want to go into town and go see a museum or something, then go do it. So, of course, you're going to want to be, you don't have to be connected at the hips, so to speak. So, but these are good questions to discuss. And then you can say to each other, would you be posting on social media in real time or looking to spend more time being present in the moment? Yes. There is a question that somebody would need to ask me. Oh, for sure. See, that's my issue, is having a travel partner. If you just wanted to park at night with me to feel safe, that's fine. But I post videos every single day, and I need good cell coverage to upload. By the way, I will mention, downloading and uploading are two different animals. Downloading is one thing, uploading is another. And I've heard that uploading has to connect to that person's server, which for me would be Google, to connect to their servers that are around so that I can upload to them. Downloading is downloading from your, from your tower with your cell carrier. Yeah. So, yeah, for me, I mean, I remember with a gal, and one time she said, she goes, well, are you going to spend a lot of time, if we do this, are you going to spend a lot of time editing a video, or are you going to be available to go do something with? You know, it's kind of like, well, I do have to edit a video because this is my work. I mean, this is my job. So, yeah, there's so, and if you are going to go traveling on a plane or a boat, go on a cruise or whatever with your friend, I don't know how much this question would be necessary, but I do understand that if you are a YouTube creator or you're making money on Instagram, TikTok, whatever, and this is what you do, it's a good question for the other person to ask, or you ask them, right? Okay. Okay, next. Do you want to go, 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 or take it slow? Oh, yeah, for sure. I would be more like go, go, go. I think traveling. Once I'm where I'm at, then I will go, well, I'll usually be doing this. Let's take me out of the equation. Let's go with two other people, because I'm kind of like a unique, in a way. I'm trying to go with like what my life is like. Well, if you're not a YouTube creator or you have an online business going, now there's some people that actually have a business. I've known people that work for other people, and they're working for a paycheck, and everything is online. So of course, let's take that out of the equation. Let's just say you want to travel. You want to do, neither of you are working online. That's not your business. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you want to go, 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 you want to go see this and go see that. But some people want to go slow. Let's go like you're going to travel. Okay, me, I'm the type that I want to go. I want to get there. I want to take the major highways and I want to go. That's me. And I know a lot of you aren't like that. And you think, well, that doesn't make sense. Well, we're all different. Okay. I feel safer on a highway. The byways, I don't feel safe there. And it's just a fact. I mean, it's the way it is. I want to get there, and then I want to see what's there. But I know some people, they just want to go the byways. They want to see this. They want to stop and see that. And yeah, that is so cool. And you know what? I don't put that down. And I think that that's a nice way to be. It's just not my way. One of my friends actually said it's more like, are you on vacation or are you just a traveler? Well, I would be more on vacation. I'm going on vacation and I want to get there and I want to enjoy my vacation. Well, another person might just want their traveler. They just want to travel around and enjoy themselves while they're doing it and see all the back ways. Good question. Okay. Next. What's a good sign that you need a break? I know. I could relate this to my relationship, but I'm not going to because that's done. But I could really relate this. Oh my gosh, yeah. We had to take a lot of breaks, okay? But there was nothing wrong with that. And I think it got it got to a point where it was like no one was at fault. We both were. It's like, well, this isn't working out because we just have to take too many breaks. Look, we need breaks. You just need breaks. You just need them. And if you're traveling with a partner, you're going to need those breaks. Oh my gosh. You might actually want to take a week off and you want to go with somebody else that you know, because a lot of the nomad world isn't that big. It can get kind of small and people start knowing each other. I know Max. I mention Max so much because he is such an interesting van dweller. I just love watching him, his style. He has so many friends, but he will, and everybody loves him, but he'll go off with one and then a week later he'll go off with somebody else. And everybody's good with that. You know, you can't keep Max down and you can't just hoard him all to yourself. No. I mentioned and he's mentioned that, I would like to find somebody special, but he just has too many friends. He is just pulled in different directions and he's kind of a connoisseur of friends. Now, a lot of people have mentioned, so many women. It's not just women. He has as many male friends as he does female friends. He's not that way. He is to me, I think Max is more famous and a cooler nomad. I'm sorry, but, like the grandfather of nomad life. I think Max is 100 times cooler and has a really good style about him. He's just so chill. He really is. And so I'm going to, when I think about that question, that's Max. He will go. So these are questions you're going to want to ask somebody else. Are they going to be sort of like Max? Or is it like, well, why did that person leave me? I thought we were travel buddies. Sometimes you just need a break from each other. You really do. Okay, next. I think that's going to be a long one. Hang on, everybody. Okay. What's your budget? Okay. Are you financially compatible? Right. Is there money compatibility? If you're traveling with somebody with such a tight, low budget. I've heard of this before, and I've heard stories about this. They're all good, but I do remember there's one gal who really had to wait for her monthly Social Security. She had to wait for her check. She couldn't move. There was some points where she can't move, but the other people that she was traveling with wanted to get going, and Max was one of these people, and so she said, everybody go ahead. I'll just wait for my check. And so there's where you have to really be, lenient with all of that. If you have a travel partner that doesn't have the same amount of money as you, or I'm not going to say the same amount, but they're really in more dire straits, it might not be compatible. You want to go do something and they can't do it because they can't afford it. So there's a really good question. I don't know if you want to, are we financially compatible? What do you got? How much money you got? Maybe that's something you might want to feel out. So here's a way that you can get around it. Say, what's your budget? There you go. Just say, what's in your budget? Okay. Okay, luxury or low maintenance, that's sort of the same thing. You know, some people maybe just because they don't have a lot of money, they'll save up their money and spend it on something more luxurious than just low maintenance. Me, I'm pretty low maintenance. I like me diners, you know. I don't need to have fancy restaurants. And if you are traveling on a plane, is it going to be first class? Is it going to be economy? What kind of a hotel are you going to get? What kind of a car are you going to rent? Things like that. There's where that's really going to want to come in. What types of accommodations, sleeping arrangements will we go for? Well, if you're a nomad, I think that's kind of like self-explanatory. You can sleep in your rig. But this is for people that are going to be traveling, like I just mentioned. So yeah, great question. What's going to be your splurge? That's a good question even for nomads. I don't mind my splurge. As far as traveling, I don't really have too much. I do like to do hotels. I guess that's my splurge. Like at least once a month, I like to do a hotel room. Okay, what's going to be, guys, what are your expectations? Perfect question, because that encompasses a whole lot. When you're sitting down, you're sitting around the campfire, you got your friend next to you, starting to get to know these people, and they said, well, yeah, you know, I plan on going here, and you know what, maybe we could travel together. That's how it starts. I've done this before. I've done this, and I've heard about this. And I've seen people go off after, like, the meetups that I had for the no longer Facebook group, but when it was going on. And you hear people say, oh, yeah, me and her, we're going to go travel after the meetup. And I'm like, cool, okay. But I don't know if they mentioned all of this. So what are your expectations? That can open up a lot of doors. Just leave that question there and see what pops up. Yeah, take mental notes or write them down on a piece of paper, right? Well, I remember the second meetup, we had 4 gals that went, that wanted to go traveling. So they went, I forget where they went, not naming names, but I remember when it was over, one of the gals had mentioned to me, I said, how did it go? And they said, well, 2 of the gals drove them nuts. I mean, one was noisy. One would get up in the morning and play music, you know. So there's where the discussion should have happened, right? Yeah, they should have, all 4 maybe got together and discussed all of this. And I think they left. They didn't really, she said she connected with one, but the other 2 gals, no, she didn't connect with them. I thought that was kind of, you know, yeah. But, there's where these discussions can really come in, because if that really bothered her, you know, she's not going to have a good time. And she said that all she did was, one of the gals, all they did was talk. And it's like, well, you know, there's a personality conflict there. And, yeah, it can ruin a trip. And it may have ruined the other gal's trip because she could see that the other girl was kind of like, you know, not happy. Yeah, and you can see things on people's faces. And then it ruins that trip. Okay, to party or not to party? Whoo, okay, whoo. Okay, are you looking for parties at night or prefer to stay in? Well, I prefer to stay in. If you're boondocking, I mean, I can see that. But not always. You know, I remember being out boondocking and you got those campfires going. I remember a few times where we were out there. There are people probably trying to sleep, and we were out there, me and Jack and another. We were just, oh my gosh. We were up till like, I think it was like midnight. We couldn't stop laughing. And I'm sure that everybody around heard that. So every once in a while, there's the party girl comes out in me, and I just want to giggle and laugh, and oh my gosh. But as a rule, no. But, you know, there might be some real party animals. There might be some real drinkers out there, so you need to know that. So that would be included in the partying. Do you like to party? You know, and you can find out if you're not a drinker, and especially if you are in AA, you know, or something like that, or it's been a while since you've drank because you had a problem. You don't want to be traveling with drinkers. You know, I mean, that's kind of like self-explanatory. Okay. Do you set an alarm or do you wake up whenever? That's a big deal. If you're really traveling, if you're going to be going on a travel, on a plane with somebody and you're just in bricks and sticks, yeah. If you're like the tourist, you're not a nomad, that would be a really good question. And also the party thing. Yeah. Because they might not be a normal partier, but if they're on vacation, hey, you know, I want to go out and have a good time, go dancing, drinking. Okay. What are you looking forward to the most? Good question. Do you want to visit multiple places? Oh, yeah. And let me just tell you this about that. I am not a tourist type. So if I was going to travel with somebody and they wanted to be a tourist, I'll go see something here and there. But it's not, no, I'm not a tourist. Well, I wasn't going to use myself anyways, because I don't really travel that much right now. I'm just kind of hunkered down in the city. That's another thing, too. Do you want to boondock all the time, or do you want to do some city life for the nomad world? Okay, how often do you want to change locations? Yes, I'm just talking about this. Are there specific activities or sites that are a must? Yes, you need to ask these. Okay, so let's talk about stress, baby. Yeah. Okay, how do you handle stress? That's going to be a big deal. How do you handle stress? If you're on a plane and you get rerouted, you get to your destination, and then you have to make that connection, and you get knocked off that flight, you don't want to be traveling with somebody that freaks out, right? Right. And you don't want to be traveling with somebody, like if you get a knock on your window, that they say, that's it, I can't handle this, I gotta go. You know, then what's the sense of traveling with them? How do they handle stress, baby? And how do you tend to handle disagreements? Yeah. They're self-explanatory. Yeah, these are things you need to talk about. Because if you talk about them beforehand and this comes up, you can always say, hey, you said that you didn't, you know? Okay. Yes. And do you have any health issues I should know about? Perfect. Yes. Health issues. Now here's one that, here's something that I want to say. Give a little advice. How to tell your travel partner that it's over. How to tell your travel partner this ain't working out. Well, I did go through that, yeah. Make sure that you're not in love with your travel partner, first of all, okay? Okay. Yeah, honesty is the best policy. Say, you know, I don't think this is working out too much. You know, let's go maybe another area, okay? But for the long haul, your style is so different than mine. And you can even put on, say, it's not me, it's not you, it's me, okay? Or you can say, it's not me, it's you. I know. That would be bad, wouldn't it? You could just say, it's not you, it's me. I am keeping you down. I think I'm keeping you down. You know, I'm not the right partner for you. And, you know, yeah. So just be honest and let them know. I hope that you found this interesting and funny. But this is like serious stuff, people. Okay? You're going to be... and I'm security, so you better take this seriously. Got it? Okay. You're going to be in courtside and you're going to meet people. I'm telling you firsthand, this is the best way to go. It really is. Now, just don't fall in love while you're... If you do, these are things you're going to need to talk about. Let me just give you first-hand advice. You need to talk about these things. Oh my gosh. You know, you definitely could, I still believe you could find somebody that you could fall in love with, and you could go off into the sunset together. But you have to talk about these things first. I think that sounds like a good video for tomorrow. I know. And seriously, I will say, we both were at fault. I mean, it's not one. It wasn't just one. It wasn't just, oh my gosh. But feelings did get hurt. And, yeah, it just didn't work out. So, but I think I could offer some advice because of what I went through. And I know, I remember, I knew it was his ex had mentioned, no, you should never talk about love. You know, you know, especially you know, to offer advice. Well, I do have advice, okay? And I do have a psych degree, so there. Okay. Well, till tomorrow, we got a good video coming up tomorrow too. And so make a copy of these questions. Put them somewhere in your phone, all of you nomads and all of you that like to travel. And you live in a house and you want to go traveling with a friend. A lot of us are retired. We got friends we want to go travel with. Just say, let's go on a cruise together, okay? Okay. Well, it could turn out to be horrible. Oh my gosh. But it could turn out to be wonderful. Yes. Okay. Please subscribe and give me a thumbs up, okay? I got the book, How to Live in a Minivan, the Minivan Lee way, okay? And I've got neck gaiters. I got 3 of them on today. Oh my gosh. Aren't they cool? See, this is just a sweatshirt. I actually added this patch on myself. Security. I actually asked somebody and they go, what security are you with? And I just like, you know, if I'm security, I don't answer questions. Who are you? You know, do you have any credentials for me to answer your questions? But, and I've got, but see, it looks like a turtleneck, doesn't it? Yeah. So I have those available on minivanlee.com. Go get them, Tiger. Okay. They're not expensive. And, let's see what else I got there. Oh, I got, if you want to give me a gift, even a small one, it's much appreciated. Just to keep me going and support me. And, I've got those exercise tapes, right? Okay. I did sell quite a few, the other day. So yeah, exercise tapes, they're good. And it's watching me exercise and you're going to do it with me. Okay. Bye everybody. Till tomorrow. Love you. Bye.